Welcome back. It's been 2 days since performances opened. We had the whole series, 50 days down to 0 days, counting down my prep period for this event, and it kicked off 2 days ago. Last night. And then tonight is. So last night was the first performance. Upon review, it went incredibly well. I thought there's still a lot of growth and a lot of room and a lot of stuff left to be desired. But overall, I think it was definitely a performance that encapsulated the skill set that comes with someone who is graduating from this acting school. I thought, this is good. I thought this is good quality. I thought we delivered on the product. The audience was much, much, much bigger than I was expecting, which is fantastic. It was awesome. The reason I didn't record a video last night is because by the time I got home, it was 1 a.m. And I think the fatigue had just caught up to me at that point. I had nothing left to give. I laid down in bed, thought about the video, and I just thought, like, I just need to get to sleep. So unfortunately, you guys had to miss out on that day. Because it was 1 a.m. and I knew I had to be up at 7 a.m. the next day. And I think we're going on about 4 weeks straight now of getting 6 hours or less hours of sleep a night. Between the 6 hour and 4 hour range is what it's been sitting at. So I woke up this morning at 7 a.m. Started studying as soon as I could. Then we had rehearsals all day today for our different performance of our different show tonight called Cancelled. So last night went very well. Tonight, the show finished about 4 hours ago by this point. And it was the worst performance I have ever done. I've performed probably about 200 times in my life, rough estimate, and this would be the worst I have ever done. I knew immediately I was in trouble. As soon as the performance started, I thought, I'm unconscious. I'm not going to go into specifics about it because I don't want to harm my draft stock. As far as signing an agent goes, if anyone is watching these videos or looks back on. Yeah, but it was the worst performance by a wide margin. And the result of that performance for myself is I am the most embarrassed I have ever felt. But I'm still gripping onto and holding tightly onto the Stockdale paradox, which is I have unwavering faith that I will succeed while confronting the brutal truth. So I have had performances in the past that I wasn't proud of, and my reaction has been appalling in terms of I isolate myself and I run off and I hide, and then I like self-flagellate. I'll like berate myself. I'm like, oh, you fuck up. You're not fucking capable. Yada yada yada. Whereas for this, I go, I'm just gonna show up the next day. I sent in a check-in with my acting coach. I said, hey, this is what I think is going on. This is how I'm feeling. Obviously, not feeling great. Is the training room open tomorrow? And I'm going to show up and just work. We have no show on tomorrow. We're supposed to have a show on tomorrow, but I don't. So I've got the day off. I say that because it's a very, very, very good idea that I train and practice hard. But I'm just choosing to keep my head up, and it's not coming from a place of ego. It's just I don't want to remain here, so I need to be able to make change in the air. So I just got to get on with it. Worst performance of my life. Make sure that never happens again. As far as why it happened, I think I didn't eat much today. I had a pie at 7 a.m. for breakfast, and I had coffee, and that was all I ate for the day. And we performed at 7 p.m. at night. So I didn't have food, and I thought I was okay. And then just the amalgamation of the lack of sleep, etc. So no sleep, no food. I hadn't hydrated myself, no water. And immediately from the get-go, it's a very physical performance, this one, quite physically intensive. So we're like full body sweating from the get-go. So my body was completely trembling throughout the entire performance, and I felt incredibly like physically weak, physically feeble. And that's an oversight, irresponsible, and I need to take care of myself and make sure that I don't put myself in that position again. But yeah, just get on with it. Cool, it's there. It happened. The worst performance of your life happened. Get on with it. I'm going to go back to training tomorrow. I'm determined not to stay stuck in this place. The feelings I am feeling now are pretty awful. Some of the thoughts I'm having aren't helpful, but I'm aware of them and I'm combating them because I know they're not helpful. Some of those thoughts are, your cast members hate you. You're such a fuck up. You're not going to make it. You're proving that you can't be an actor. Just quit. It's clearly too much for you. Push came to shove and you folded. You're not cut out for this gig. You are the weak link. Your director hates working with you. All these thoughts just... But they're not helpful. So I don't hold on to them. I just go, cool. Comes up, okay. I want to work on that. I'm going to work towards that. I'm going to move in a direction. Um, so as of this moment, that's all I can do. I have been blessed with the day off tomorrow, so I can study, get back on track. I am tired. The other reason as to why it happened was the lack of sleep. I wasn't present, and no matter what I did, I couldn't bring myself back to being present. I was just gone. But to all those agents watching these videos, I've learned the lesson, and it's never gonna happen again. Never. I'm learning. That it is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's all documented in these last 50 entries where I've gone, fuck, I wasted this day, and then I think it was whatever day, I can't even remember what day it was like day 40 or whatever, and I was like, I've wasted 2 weeks, I've just been fucking around. I don't think tonight would have happened if I had an extra 2 weeks of prep, so another piece of humble pie. Just another day of my ego being absolutely blasted. I'm feeling pretty humble. Yeah. But it is what it is. Let it go, move on, make sure it doesn't happen again. And again, I can only have this reaction and move on and be as proactive as I am if I'm willing to look at it. I'm willing to stare at it and look at my worst performance and just, because if I try and numb it, if I try and distract myself with social media or anything, or I pretend it didn't happen, or I make excuses for why it happened, or I say that the circumstances for why it happened was out of my control, then I'm giving myself permission to do this again. I'm not doing that. I take full responsibility. This could have been avoided, and I know how it could have been avoided, so now I know the steps to take to make sure that it never happens again. There are 2 shows down. There's 14 shows left. Sorry, 13 shows left. So that's the title of this video. 13. I have 13 more chances to build myself into a prolific actor. 13 chances left. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna, full transparency, I'm pausing here. I'm gonna freeze frame so I can get a thumbnail. I have to look solemn for it. You'll see that. Hold on.